All right, so there are a ton of rudiments, and they're great, and you should learn them, but I've got something today that if you're a beginner or you've never learned hand technique and your head is just spinning with the amount of material to master and rudiments and hybrid rudiments and all that stuff, go ahead and just focus on this exercise and then move on to all of that. Let's dive into it. So the exercise is singles, doubles, and paradiddles, and the goal is to try to make the stroke sound as smooth and as uniform as possible when you switch between singles and doubles and paradiddles. You try your hardest to make it so that you can't tell that you're switching. You're going to be able to tell, but you try your hardest to make it sound like you can't tell. And we're going to start nice and slow. We're going to go at 120. If you need to start slower, totally fine. And I will say, I've spent a long time building up hand technique, you know, nailing my fulcrum, holding the stick loosely, using fingers to play the stick, nailing stick heights, being able to stop the stick load to the head comfortably and in a healthy way. All of those things we talk about over at tempoleague.com. And if you have not built that up, this is going to be extremely frustrating. It'll be more frustrating than it's worth to try to just muscle this out and figure it out. Please head over to tempoleague.com. Check out the Better Hands course. Let's work together to get your hands where they need to be so that this isn't frustrating, okay? But with that said, if you have hand technique built up, here's what I would recommend doing. Start at 120. Again, start slow if you need to. But we're going to play singles, doubles. I just want to make sure you can see. You can see. Singles, doubles, and paradiddles, all right? A bar of each. Here we go. Back to singles, doubles. Okay, so that's the exercise. And you can tell I'm playing accents on the paradiddles. Right, you can, wait up. Okay, I thought the audio wasn't rolling. That's a scary feeling. You know, if you want to kind of pull back on that accent a little bit. Awesome, but don't be afraid at first to play that accent. So it's nice though, as you get this embedded in your muscle memory and you get better at this, you can move up the tempo ladder. So let's go to 150 and it sounds, it's kind of fun to move up the tempo ladder, but it needs to be polished, not sloppy. Here we go. Okay, another thing to notice is that, you know, look at your stick beads and make sure that you're playing right in the center of the head and that you're not off to the right and left and kind of all over the place. Look at those stick beads and make sure you've got some accuracy going on, precision. That will help with speed. Each hand mirroring each other, and make sure that you play nice and slow and you spend a week at 100 BPM if needed. Seriously, spend a week just playing at 100 BPM and nailing that accuracy and that feel, and then move up to 110 and spend a week there, right? And then it's just going to be worth it in the end versus trying to go too fast too early, and then it just sounds sloppy and bad anyway. So here's 180. I actually like that. So up to now I've been playing singles, doubles, paradiddles, then back to singles. But that's only 3 bars because we do 1 bar each. I like going, let's do this. Let's go singles, doubles, paradiddles, back to doubles so that it's 4 bars, and then we're back to singles. Does that make sense? So if this gets boring with a metronome, right, you can always pull up your favorite music and do this to a song, okay? So let's just pull up a song here. Okay, that's a slower song, but you can obviously find songs at different tempos. And that can help with the boredom that sets in sometimes with just doing it on a metronome. But, stay focused. Obviously, it's not about just doing this on the practice pad. On a drum kit, we're going to be moving around to different surfaces and using singles, doubles, and paradiddles in rapid succession, right? We use singles and then a double comes in and maybe a paradiddle. And at some point, we don't think about that anymore. Our hands are just flying around and we're playing things in a clean, polished way because we've built up all our skills here on the kit, on the pad. When you're watching TV, you can be doing this. It's a lot quieter than your drum kit, so I would recommend doing it here a bunch. But obviously, go over to the kit and apply it on the kit. And it's just, you got to put in the time. So I've said it a million times, but start slow, move up the tempo ladder, focus on these, and then after you've focused here on the singles, doubles, paradiddles, flams are going to come in pretty often. So there's like flam taps and flam accents. Flam taps are, and then flam accents, right? So all that stuff's good and necessary, but don't, your head's going to be spinning when there's so many things you feel like you need to learn. Just focus in on those things that you're going to use most on the kit. And that's assuming you're a drum set player. If you're like marching band or snare drum, like this video is obviously not for you. So thank you for checking out Tempo League. Head over to tempoleague.com. Check out the Better Hands course. And I'm putting out videos every week on the YouTube channel here. Please subscribe. Appreciate you guys, and I hope you have a great week. We'll see you next time.